And you see him, even though he's trying to say he wasn't going to have this boiling water get to him, he actually walks around the counter and engages to get a better shot. He could have done so many things to not shoot her in the face. He could have backed up. He could have used taser. I mean, it was the size difference. He's over two times as big as her. She's 5'1", 110 pounds. He's like 6'5", 260 pounds. It's just senseless and god-awful. The autopsy is being released by the state's attorney, and it shows exactly what Malachi said, that his mother was shot beneath her eye and the bullet exited the back of her neck under her ear. And what it tells us is that he shot her in a downward trajectory. And, you know, we know that she was stupid saying sorry, and he shot anyway. She was dealing with some issues. She needed a helping hand. She didn't need a bullet to the face.
If people do not think that if Trump is elected into office, that he is going to give police immunity for murdering us, because that's exactly what the hell that is, what he just did, then you have another thought coming. There is no legal justification for what he did. Premeditated murder is something that you think about before you actually do it. And I don't know how much more clear it has to be than to literally say, I'm going to shoot you in your face for literally nothing, and then actually positioning yourself physically and then actually shooting her in the face. It has to get past the history of the racism in the jury pools. People, majority black based on statistics, cannot serve on juries, cannot vote if convicted of a felony, but Trump can run for president. And then once it gets past that, it still has to get past the racism that sits on the bench with that robe on, whose title is called judge. Because for the very few that are convicted, we still have an issue with the sentencing, because they can take a black life but not serve life. We have to stand up and make a decision that we are not going to accept this. We are not going to settle for Congress not passing these laws that should be passed. And if they don't pass the laws that should be passed, like the George Floyd Act that holds these police officers, these racist white Klan copycat or Klansmen police accountable for their murders, then they need to be voted out of those seats. And put in those seats need to be the people who are going to protect our people. If you are not part of the solution, as one prolific person said, you are part of the problem.
In all these instances, there was no real accountability. These black women died, and America has blood on their hands.
And he just had no regards for my mother, so we need to have no regards for him and get him locked down for as long as possible.
Until we get justice and this discriminatory criminal justice system, full justice for Sonya Massey, we rebuke this system until it actually gets convictions. We can't be satisfied with just charges. We know how that's worked out for black people in the past. Just like George Floyd torture video was a catalyst for our community to engage on a very involved level with the 2020 presidential election. I believe that this tragic video of Sonya Massey being shot in her face by the sheriff's deputy is going to be similarly impactful on this 2024 presidential election.
Stay woke.